Kia ora e morena, which is good morning in Māori. Welcome to Craft Artosaurus. My name's Paula, and today we're just going to do a little bit of drawing in my drawing book. Yes, I have stickers on it. In case you didn't know, I'm a bit of a Totoro fan. I don't know. One year I did Inktober, and I did Totoro the whole time. So, yes. Oh, actually, this is a watercolour book. So let me get out my sketchbook because there's no way I'm going to be doodling in a watercolour book. So this is for painting and not for doodling in. So give me a second, I'll press pause and I'll find the other. Sorry about that. It took me an age to find. It was actually in my art bag for when I go to art lessons. That's not so surprising. So I'm going to put away the fantastic watercolour paper one. Actually, this is a Hana Mule one. What is the paper? Is this cotton paper? You know what? It does feel like cotton paper. Look, just having a little fun, just playing around, doing some stick men in different positions. I don't know. Can you see that? Anyway, I thoroughly enjoyed myself that day. So, yep. So we'll put that back down here and amongst all my other books. I don't know, I most probably need to reorganize my books. Here we go. That's a card I've sent off to someone. Here we are. Now, can I use, I don't think I can use the other side of this paper. It's very, very thin. It comes from a shop here called Typo. It's Secret Garden for Tori's Kuki Call Creations postcard swap. And I don't know, she did this wonderful cat in the garden, and admittedly it was just, you know, there's the cat. Nice, quick, simple. I don't know if you can see actually. Could be why I haven't done any doodling with you, because I have to go over everything so I can see it on, so that kind of thing. And then there was flowers everywhere and blah blah blah. Well, as some of you might know, some of you might not have seen that video yet, my cat caught a mouse, Cinder. And my husband said there is no way Cinder caught that mouse, because he is a very, very big boy. I will insert a picture here. And hopefully I've managed to do that. I really will try and do that, to a certain picture of Cinder, so you can see how big a boy he is. So I was thinking it would be cool to do a postcard with Cinder, with maybe birds playing on the ground, but he was sleeping with his mouth open. I don't know. So first of all, I kind of need to work out a few things, because like Tori, I do very, very simple drawings. When you're stitching, you do simple drawings. Tori's drawings are amazing. Cool Creations, go and check out her artwork. It is amazing. So very talented is Tori. But she does a lot of drawing of things like owls, and she does a drawing and then she simplifies it for a stitch pattern. So that's what I'm going to do today. It's a bit like what I did my my picture of the bird that was skiing. It's not a pukeko. Oh, for goodness sake, I forgot the name of it. Yep, old age, it's catching up with me. It catches up with us all. So I'm just going to sit here and do some simplified drawings of cats, which will give me kind of a basis, and from there I need to draw a cat lying down. I'm just going to pause because Cleo, bless, has brought in a little treat for me, and I want to get that stick out of my house before she explodes it all throughout. So hang on, I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back, and thankfully stick is out of room. So like Tori, I do the sitting cat, which is just kind of, by the way, I'm drawing with a Pitt graphite matte from Faber-Castell 14B. Excuse me, I don't know where that cough came from. And it's a really cool pencil actually, because it's so dark, so I'm just going to do, you know, the normal sitting cat, and you usually have like 2 little paws here. So it's very rough what I'm drawing, but you kind of you'll see how I kind of work out how I do things. So there's my normal kitty cat eyes and a little nose and some whiskers usually. So there you go, easy peasy cat sitting. So from sitting, I don't know, I'm thinking maybe I should do like a cat head, a back arched up, some little paws at the front. So I'm not worried about, gosh, what am I thinking of saying? I'm not worried about the size of anything at the moment. It's just trying to work out how a cat moves. So that would have a little ear over there and a little ear here. And it's very rough. I don't know if you can actually, you know, now it's a little bit more kind of cat-like, if you know what I mean. But from here I simplify it even more. So yeah, like these feet have to be over here. So I've got the arch in the back too extended. I've got the leg too wide. I've got the tummy going down. And when a cat extends, the tail normally comes around it, doesn't it? Kind of like that. So that's kind of cool for a kitty cat. So yeah, there we go, tail extended, and that I'm going to leave my other lines down because I kind of need to know where I'm going wrong when I'm drawing. So it's, I don't know, it seems to be, it's just how I work things out. So bear with me as I slowly go through and work other things out. I guess from there I should try a kitty cat sleeping. I don't know, I guess the back kind of, I'm trying to think of Cinder. Cinder is a big boy, so it's it's kind of difficult to know if I'm getting things right. It would be helpful if he was here, but of course he's not. He's sleeping somewhere else in the house. So the nose is far too big. Nose is far too big, Paula. Come on, get over it. Little eye kind of closed. I think this is going to be the wrong position for a cat that I want. Kind of a little paw here. The leg's wrong, I can already see that. The belly coming down. I guess the belly would go up like that, and this little leg here would come out under here, and then the other leg would come out kind of like that, and they sleep with their 2 legs kind of together a little bit like that. I don't know. See, I'm still kind of, I'm working it out in my head, and because they're asleep, they're relaxed. Their tail, Cleo's now outside. I should have just let her have that piece. Oh dear, should have let her have it. I know the face is wrong. I just can't work out what I've done wrong here. I'll get there in the end. It's just kind of, you know, playing around with the sizes of things, and I just keep on going over what I'm drawing. And yes, I guess it's a little complex at the moment, but you know, I know the faces. I'm going to rub it out. I'm going to have to. It's just annoying the yes out of me. So a little head comes around. There's a little nose. There's a little nose. There we go. And there's a little. There we go. Now I've got it. The little nose is usually black. Oh, that makes me feel better. And some whiskers. Not so bad. I can kind of draw. I've got this bit right. I'm not so sure on the paws. I think because our boy has big paws, they look out of proportion to his body, but I know the body's wrong. I think it's shorter. I think the body would be more kind of here. So I'm just going to kind of like that, and the feet. The other foot would be here. Am I a bit happier with that? I don't know. Come around a bit at the back, and this would be a bit more arched. No, I think that's the wrong size as well. Kind of arched around, and the tail comes kind of down. Oh no, it's not too bad. Maybe the leg. Yeah, no, that's a better outline. Now I can kind of see what I've done behind it and what I've done on top of it to make it look a little better. It's still not where I want it to be. So yeah, so how do I get from here to what I normally draw? I try and think of shapes. So this is quite square, and I do like, I don't know, I do like that square kind of looking quirkiness in a cat. But this I can see is definitely not square. So to make this into a cat that I like, I would do a circular body. And this is where people usually start their drawings, but I don't know, I find this after I've done it like this, I can kind of see more where I'm going with it. So there we go, circular body, legs. See, I'm not that happy it's a circle, it shouldn't be. Yeah, I'm going to have to do square things so I'm happy. Square body, square head, that's better. Yeah, now I'm happy. Little square kind of leg that I know it's out. There we go. And then the back leg kind of comes down and out to close. There we go. And the tails are always rounded. I don't know. I guess it's me, so I'm happy about that. I'm going to do my ear here, my ear here, and I'm going to kind of move the body shape a bit, but it's still in that square. See, it's looking at you. The cat looks angry at the moment, so that's how I've done the eyes. But the tail needs to be, I guess, and there you go. Happier with that. This one, I still think the orientation of the cat is wrong, but I'm getting, apart from the evilness in the eyes, I'm kind of getting what I'm wanting. So this is just a square rectangle body. Yeah, I'm not so sure on the head. I'm thinking maybe a square head like that. There's the ear, there's the nose, there's the eye, there's the mouth. And I want, yeah, the legs too long, legs too long. I've lost that arch, but that doesn't bother me too much. So I'm slowly working it out now, just getting it a little bit simpler, how I like it. Legs are wrong. I'm going to rub them out. I can still see it because I pushed really hard down, but that's okay. And the tail, see, this would finish here. give it a little bit. And the tails I always have done, so they're kind of fun, funky kind of looking tails. They're out of proportion with the cat, I know, but I do quite like that. So, but the cat orientation is definitely wrong. So what I want is a cat on its tummy. So we would it's too thin. I kind of get what I want. Sorry, I've gone quiet. I'm really, yeah, I can kind of see now where I'm going wrong. Cinder also doesn't have any tummy kind of thing happening, but I think I've got the face in the wrong place, so that's okay. And I'm going to go off the page. Okay, something like, well, that looks like he's pooed. Okay. Let's think. Maybe we need to think Totoro. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Do Totoro, just his tummy. So Totoro's tummy. And normally Totoro would have the thing that comes around here, and you know, he'd have those diamonds thingies. But we're not worried about any of that. We just want that Totoro kind of shapy tummy thing on its side. Totoro's head kind of comes like that, and so that works. Now Totoro's ears are kind of not like a kitty cat's, but we'll just go, and I'm just going to do another little ear so you can't quite see it. His little nose is here, so I'm still thinking kitty cat, but I want his little mouth to be open, and you know, oh, now we're getting somewhere, aren't we? And his little eyes closed. So to me that looks a little bit more where I want to head, so I'm a bit happier. I still have not got feet or hands, so I think one little paw could almost come up and be like that. Yep, that will work. And just like that, his little paw, his little legs, well, his other little paw, I don't know if you'd see it, but his little leg would come out like that. And we'll just do, you know, a pointy little leg. Yes, it's out of proportion with the body, but at the moment I'm not minding actually. So yeah, so there we go, little leg. Oh, I love that. Let's bring the tail, because I did not like this. We're bringing the tail. Let's have a little think-see on the tail. Maybe. Because his tummy's so big, I want to accentuate that. But I think you would still see the other little arm over here. You just wouldn't. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. There we go. So that's definitely Cinder asleep. Now the ears are wrong because they need to be pointed, and I've got them far too big, but I was thinking Totoro when I started, wasn't I? So that's just how it is. That looks all right. That's not too bad. I'm thinking I could get away with that. And then we could have, okay, so I've worked out my basic kitty cat shape. Now I'm going to grab a postcard, and I need to work out the way the postcard's going to sit. So I've got this box of watercolour postcards, and I've been using these to do my Tory postcards with. And, you know, it's a pretty good size. A postcard is usually this way up, but I've been doing them this way because I've been using them for other things, needle books and other bits and pieces and all that sort of thing. I'm not going to push that page fully over. I think, yeah, I think I still want to do like this way up. So I'm actually just going to line my page in half. Now I can practice my orientation of where I place things. This is where the page comes out, so I'm not using that area. I think I'm slightly off, but get over myself. So I know what sort of cat I want to do. So it's kind of a Totoro cat. Maybe by the time I draw it, it'll be simpler. Yeah. I kind of want it to look a little worried as it's looking towards you. So the head needs to be, let's have a little think-see here. So the head definitely needs to be facing me. So I've got a bit of space up here. Do little ears, because Cinder's got little ears. A tubby little face. There we go. But I'm going to come kind of straight down. This one's going to be like that. So I've still got the orientation. So I'm happy with that. Little face looking towards. So yeah, little eyes. Because then I can use my brats. And I really like using brats. The little nose. I'm out of proportion still. I want the mouth. Oh no, I think I'm just going to, yeah, I'll have this little mouth closed. I do like the thought of having it open though, but no, I'm going to have it closed. Oh, let's do some whiskers. Put those in. A little paw and a little paw this way. Little feet. So I know I'm out of proportion for what a cat looks like, but I'm trying to make it as simple as possible for my pattern. And then the tail's going to come out over here, kind of like that. There we go. That looks good. Yes, that looks a little bit more like it. But I wonder if I want the cat facing the other way. Right. So this is where I decide, you know, I've really got it down very basic now. So this is most probably the most basic pattern. And I do love what I've drawn there. Here are two postcards. I can kind of, you know, so I've got my cat. It's definitely in the foreground. So there's my cat. And I'm going to have the cat in the same position on this side. Well, it could be facing a different way. That's where I'm debating at the moment, what way it's facing. I'm going to do this one first and then come out to the other one if I see things I don't like, because if I work on this one first, I can fix it up. So at the moment the kitty cat is kind of little ears. I've got a nice big square face, which kind of, our cat is a short-haired Persian, which makes sense. Yeah, it just really makes sense. And I'm putting the eyes wide open, like, oh my goodness, like yeah, I can see in my mind where I want to go with it, and like, oh my goodness, something's happening here. Little feet. So I can use one piece of felt or fabric for the kitty, which I'm liking the thought of. And I know the moment it kind of looks bear-like actually. Ooh, there we go. Tail helps a bit, and the little arm coming out to the side. So this would be another piece of felt, and the other little arm there you can just see. It's kind of like, you know, I suppose if we're doing it properly we would see it, because, yeah, okay. Yeah, there we go. I think if I start doing this sort of thing where I'm giving it a bit more definition, there we go. Now Cinder is grey, but there are stripes on him. You just can't see them. So I don't know if I'll be able, I don't know if I've got any grey felt. So yeah, and I know Jill isn't open today, and so I won't be able to get any. And if I decide I want to, you know, do this so that it's finished, so yeah, I'm just putting bits of fur. Yeah, I'm actually quite liking my interpretation of Cinder, because he does look a bit like this, and he lays a lot on his back with his paws out, and he's a lazy cat. There's no two ways you can say anything other than he's a lazy cat. So put some flowers here. So he's laying on the flowers, so we'll put a flower underneath. I've got some really neat flower fabric, so that would really work well. I can cut out the flowers and do that sort of thing. And we'll have a flower kind of stuck under its foot here. Yeah, Cinder doesn't care. He's having fun. A few more flowers sticking up. Maybe these sorts of flowers. They would be French knots. Another flower of some sort sticking up over here. I don't know. A heart one. And another flower here. Okay, so we've got our flower garden, and we've got all the space up above, which is cool. So we can have the sun shining. I don't know, we might have a sun here. Rays coming out. I don't know if we need a full sun or just a little sun. On his tummy, right on his tummy, I want to put a bird. So yeah, so that's easy enough to do. It's just a teardrop away. So there we go. There's a nice quick little bird. And I'll, you know, do my usual, let's have a fun little, well, actually it'd be nice to do that sort of, and then little legs coming down, and the beak, and there we go. So the cat's a little worried because there's a bird on it, ergo, you know. And I guess if we open the mouth, there we go, if we open the mouth, it's like the bird's going to jump into it. I know the bird's too small. I get that, yeah. I don't know if I want the sun in the sky. So we need to sort that out. Maybe, I'm going to go over to the other side now because I'm not sure if I quite, it's got a lot going on there. That's going to be a lot to draw, to cut and to sew. And last month I didn't finish Tori's challenge, which really, really annoyed me. So let's put our little darling Cinder, that's my husband coming home. He's out on call this weekend, so we'll just have a nice thin tree, and we'll do our normal, and we'll have another tree back here. The cat's out of proportion with the trees, but that's okay because it's a quirky little picture, and I'm whimsy. That doesn't bother me. Oh my goodness, I've just thought we could do a hammock. Oh, that would be so cool. I like the idea of a hammock. Okay, I'm moving the cat. So we've got a hammock. Gosh, I've never done one of these before. And we don't own one, so I can't go and look at it. So I guess a hammock's like that. A little bit, that all did come further down. Would you still see the kitty cat? Yes, you would. You would still see. Oh my goodness. And we could have a little paw hanging out the side. And its little feet sticking up. Oh, that's so cute. And its little eyes closed, and its little nose, its little mouth, and its little ear over here, and its little ear. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get the ears in, so that's okay. And over the hammock can be its tail, ergo we know it's a cat because we can't see the rest of its face. I don't know. That's very cute. I really, really love that. Really, really love that. So yeah, and then, oh, it's totally changed my idea, but I really love this. I'm just going to go for it. And then we'll just have flowers. 4, 5. And, oh, we'll have little worm coming up, and the worm can have a hat on its head so you know which is the front and which is the back. So that comes from Bad Jelly the Witch, Spike Milligan kids story years ago. It's something I watched when I was a child. I still want birds here and there. So I guess we can have like a bird. Oh, we can have a bird on the string. Gosh, this is what happens when you change things up, Paula. There we go. And I still like that. And we can have another bird. On the kitty that's sleeping. There you go, Cinder. Oh, I don't know, you're such a... And it might be nice to have some, oh, I'm doing pterodactyls again. I guess when we go to finish it, it'll be the background and the stitches. Yes, I do like that. So there's my secret garden. This is going to be it. I do love the thought of this one, but I like this more. There's something about it to me that's very cinderish. So we'll have Cinder's paw is slightly bigger. I guess the bird could be on the paw. Yeah, I do like this. Right, so I've kind of worked out my pattern as such. That's what we've done today. We've worked out a pattern. First of all, we sketched cats, which is lots and lots of fun. Did thoroughly enjoy myself. I think I had the breakthrough once I hit Totoro. So I don't know, maybe all my cats look like Totoro and I just never realized that before. Yep. So yeah, but I do love the sleeping Totoro. Yep. And from there, I've just, once I put the trees in, it changed a little bit, but it's still there. It's still cinder with birds playing around. There should be a mouse. That's what there should be. That's what we're missing, isn't it? So there should be a little mouse on the fence with a long tail and mousy ears. There we go. That's what it was missing, the little mouse. And I know, again, I know things are out of proportion, but whimsy doesn't matter. Okay, so we've made the pattern of the postcard I'm creating. It's got a cat sleeping with some birds playing on the hammock, a mouse on the fence with 2 trees and flowers at the front with a little worm down below. I'll either hand stitch that, I don't know, with a little hat on, which is Bad Jelly the Witch inspired. I know, weird, very me. And I might do a bit more with the flowers, but I can't do that until I start stitching. So I'll see you later on, most probably on Thursday, and I'll show you how far I've got with the postcard for Tori's Secret Garden. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. If so, thumbs up, leave a comment. Thank you all very much for watching. Yeah, I had fun this morning watching Annie's live. It was so funny. Oh my goodness, so funny. I had to stop myself laughing out loud. My husband's on call, so he's in and out all the time, and he was very busy last night. So yes, so that's part of it. So I hope you also liked how he went through the process of how I kind of simplified drawing cat from my first one, which just comes naturally, to my other ones, which I think I'm going to use this one. Yeah, I quite like that. I'm going to use that in a painting. I also liked how the cat is kind of, it looks like it's almost asleep on a towel. Ooh, I wonder if I could do a beach scene. Okay, there are ideas galore in my head, but yeah, I need to go. I'll edit this video, put it up. Hope you're all having a wonderful Sunday. And also I need to hang out another load of washings. Fingers crossed it doesn't rain so I can get some things dry. I'll be at the laundromat otherwise. Oh dear. Okay, well thank you all for watching. Bye for now.